The gentleman from Texas, Mr. Green, is now recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thank the witnesses for appearing. I especially thank the chair and the ranking member for allowing me this privilege to ask this question. I have intelligence indicating that over the next 10 years, approximately 100 million jobs will be lost to AI. I know that's a large number. Perhaps you have a number that is somewhat different, but let's just assume that this number is accurate. My question is, how do we provide for 100 million jobs being lost in terms of how they will impact people? Jobs usually have people associated with them. So how do these people maintain their lifestyles? Will there be some emolument accorded them by way of the federal government? Let's start with you, Mr. Branch, if you don't mind, and we'll go to your right and down the line.
Thank you for the question, Congressman. If I had the answer to that, I'd be a very rich guy, because there's currently not really an answer to this solution, and that's the big problem. A lot of these tech companies are moving full-fledged forward with this theory of having AI take up a variety of jobs, but there's no solution for when those folks end up being laid off or unemployed.
All right, next, please.
Thank you, Congressman. So I work in the field of cybersecurity, and we've historically had a pretty significant job shortage. I think right now any estimates would probably be over 1 million jobs within our industry that are not filled. And that's due to a lack of skills with that labor shortage. So in that regard, I think we're looking at cybersecurity usage of AI is really being able to put on an exoskeleton for our defenders, making them more capable, being able to conduct tasks that are much more efficient and defend our networks in a way that we're not able to do at human scale today. And interestingly, in the field of cybersecurity, I think we're actually providing a lot more job satisfaction to our industry analysts and defenders who primarily deal in very repetitive tasks.
Well, I appreciate your answer, but if I may, I'm posing a different question. You've answered a question associated with how well and how efficacious your business model is. My question has to do with the people who are displaced. How will they make a living?
I think that's a great question, but as a cybersecurity expert, I'm not sure that I'm the best position to answer that, so I may turn it to Mr. Stevens.
All right.
Thank you, Congressman. I'll talk briefly about how important humans are to housing, and then also offer how we can improve building the next generation U.S. workforce. In housing, ultimately where people are going to live is a very human-based decision, and we find time and time again, people want a real estate agent to sit across the table and give them advice on if they're making a good decision. And so in housing, we continue to see humans being very important. Outside of that, I think something that's come up briefly is we really need to invest more in training the next generation here at home to work on these models and help really improve them over time. And that—
Excuse me if I may, 100 million people, 100 million jobs, 100 million.
I've not seen that stat, but I certainly believe if we gave equal access of this technology
Okay, thank you. I think that your model is a good one, but we're talking about 100 million. Yep. Yes, sir.
It's a great question. The first thing we have to do is be honest about the workforce transition that we're going to go through as a country. What we're doing in terms of our party is we're trying to make sure that we upskill, reskill employees, and we're actually creating roles of the future. So we're trying to do our part to make sure that our workforce comes with us into the next generation. And then you also have to believe in the power of AI to generate new business models, new opportunities, and that's why it's important that we capture them here so that we can make sure that those individuals that may be displaced have opportunities in the future.
I have to go to the last speaker. Please, ma'am.
Thank Thank you, sir. It's a very important topic and one that we care a lot about. Similar to our colleagues, we're very invested in ensuring our own workforce has the tools to be able to be successful. This includes our engineers using AI to be more productive. I would say more broadly is that we are seeing more job creation. We are seeing businesses grow as a result, and it's important that we invest in education at the lowest levels of, into elementary school to make sure our
The
kids are
chairperson is admonishing me. Let me thank you, Mr. Chairman, and simply indicate that this is a question that we have to give some serious consideration to.
Gentleman's
100 million
time has
jobs.
expired.
I thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.